Hello, YouTube. Your man George Page coming to you live on YouTube. Well, I'm surprised no one has talked about this yet. I mean, especially our man Coach Harrison. I know Coach is busy. He's a working man. He got his gym, he has training, so sometimes he don't have a lot of time to do as many videos he'd like to. Or another gentleman I follow, WMMA Addict. He has speak about it and a couple other outlets, but I saw this on ShareDog and also on Twitter that one Miss Liz the GIRL-Rilla Carmouche was dropped by UFC just a few days ago. It's confirmed that she's no longer contracted to UFC Fighting Championship, as she was let go this past Thursday. Now, Liz has been with UFC for almost at least 6 years. So she started off fighting for the women's bantamweight division against Ronda Rousey at UFC 157. That's been almost 6 years ago. And she's known to be one of the first openly lesbian female UFC fighters. If you count the numbers of when it first started, I think it was just her, and then you maybe got Amanda Nunes, and you had Jermaine Duranami, and all three women have something in common. Both started off with Strikeforce. Now, Strikeforce was the precursor for UFC, and one of the few MMA um, organizations that had women's um, fighting, women fighters. Now, Liz, she came as a member in 2013. She fought Ronda for the bantamweight title, and she was at that time one of the few women to take Ronda past the first round. Ronda was she took a lot of opponents out the first round with her armbar. She killed them with that armbar. And other than Liz Carmouche, who she beat Liz with an armbar, and then Ronda lost to Holly Holmes in the second round via Holly's famous head kick. Now, one thing about Liz Carmouche is some people might know Liz is a former Marine, and I have a lot of respect for Marines. Like I said before, I have family members that was in the Marine Corps, and even myself was thinking about joining the Corps. And she spent 5 years in the Marine Corps, and then after that, she's got into WMMA. She fought in a couple of smaller organizations, and then she got her start with Strikeforce. And one of her most well-known wins in Strikeforce was when she beat Jan Finney. As you know, Jan Finney is a legend, and also she defeated Marlus Conan, who is also fought Chris Cyborg. Some other notable wins she had is also over former strawweight champion Jessica Andrade and the current women's 125 contender Caitlin Chikagian. Now, recently, her last fight was against Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko. She lost to her this past August at I think it was UFC 240. I forget, it was one of the UFC's and one of the fight nights for the women's 125 title. Now, Carmouche fought in two divisions. She fought as a bantamweight, and she also fought as a lightweight, as a featherweight, and only as a flyweight. And she fought for both titles, for the bantamweight title and for the flyweight title, and she lost in both divisions. And I think both by second rounds. Now, Carmouche is, what I loved about Liz, she was really tough. And also, personally, I liked her body. As you know, I'm a big fan of bodybuilders. Have a very affinity for women who are muscular built. And Liz is very muscular built. And, I was very awed by her body. I think she has an amazing body. And, I really liked it because, you don't see a lot of many women who are very well built in the, in WMA, a handful here and there. But the thing is also, people said debate that you don't need to be too muscular, so all that muscles take a lot of energy out of you. And I've seen it a few times with some fighters, and it does happen. Now, one of Liz's one setback was her when she decided to drop down from 135 to 125. She faced I think her first fight was she faced against Alexa Davis. Alexa Davis is 2-0 of Carmouche. And I watched that fight. And I think, for one point, I feel like Carmouche was winning on the stand-up. Because at the end of that fight, Alexa Davis looked like she had a knot just about as big as Racine Rockman when he fought Evander Holyfield those years ago. Now, Carmouche is not just a fighter. She's a former Marine, a wife, and also a mother. She and her wife have a young child, and I think she's probably about 2 or 3 years old, I think. And also, she's also a training partner, friend to current flyweight contender for Invicta, Pearl Gonzalez. I mean, I watched a video of her and Pearl training together. I think both of them are, very good friends, and they work out and train together. So, what's the future for GIRL-Rilla? Um, I don't know. Probably, as you know, Bellator is the um, some people say is the staging ground for broken and old champions from the UFC. Or fighters they threw away, but that's a good place to go. Or PFL, ladies can go to up to featherweight, or maybe there's a couple other divisions she can do, or she can become a trainer or become a um, a teacher or start her own gym or something like that. But I think with Carmouche, she's still a woman, still in her mid-30s, and I think she still maybe has 2 more years of fighting left in her. And it's that Marine, gung-ho, summer fire attitude that probably keeps her going. And I respect that about Liz. And I think possibly that's her future. Maybe going to Bellator. They got a good flyweight division, and this is somebody I think will probably will fit with them. And like I said, if PFL can create a flyweight division or maybe bantamweight division, that's where she might also go. So right now it's up in the air. You know. Anyway, Carmouche was notified before the start of UFC Washington D.C. this weekend, and she was there promoting and probably looking for a fight because she hadn't fought since August. And most fighters like to at least 2 or 3 fights through the year, and you don't want to sit off that's where you make your money. But tough break for GIRL-Rilla, and I hope to wish the best for her. That's all I can say. And to her, again, satisfied and always faithful. It's your man George Page. Like, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm out.